The lever waits in a trembling hand. Jackson Park is drowned in night. If the gamble fails, humiliation. If it works, noon at midnight. He is Nikola Tesla, and with a whisper of alternating current, he dares to flood a continent with light in one breath. The switch drops. White fire surges through cables. The fair erupts. Colonnades blaze, water glows, strangers gasp. George Westinghouse grins. Thomas Alva Edison measures in silence. Tesla, thin and electric, looks up as the future blinks awake and refuses to dim. They say he was born at midnight as lightning clawed Smilyan sky. His mother Juka crafted clever household tools. His father Milutin preached discipline and verse. Between stone walls and cold winds, a boy stared at storms and felt equations in the thunder. A child who memorized epics, saw mechanisms as blazing diagrams, and calmed nightmares by solving them. He built water wheels in icy streams, sketched turbines in dust, and learned that imagination, once sparked, could be commanded like a faithful engine. At Graz, the commutator spat sparks and smoke. Tesla stared until fatigue vanished. A motor with no brushes, he murmured. A field that turns itself. Laughter circled. The idea burrowed deeper, patient as winter, certain as spring. On a winter walk in Budapest, reciting Goethe to steady his mind, he saw it. A whirling magnetic gyre, clean, silent, inevitable. With a stick in the dust, he drew the induction motor. The solution is here, he whispered, breath turning to frost.
He wired factories in Paris, then chased opportunity across the Atlantic. New York rose metallic and loud. He arrived with ideas, a letter of introduction, and little else. Hungry, certain, he walked into a city that ate doubters and fed the relentless. Thomas Alva Edison met a gaunt engineer preaching alternating waves. Nights blurred into repairs and wagers. When a promised reward failed to appear, belief cooled. Tesla walked out, choosing patents, scrap metal, and stubborn clarity over a comfortable cage. George Westinghouse, soldier turned inventor, bought the AC patents and staked his fortune. Lawsuits circled, cash thinned. To keep the dream alive, Tesla surrendered royalties that could have made him rich. The fight for the future sharpened to a steel edge. Beyond arguments waited Niagara. Harness that falling ocean and the question would end. Blue mist, frozen rainbows, a roar like prophecy. Engineers from 2 continents parsed his system. Tesla imagined power flowing like a river through copper veins to faraway streets. At the Columbian Exposition, Westinghouse dynamos fed Tesla's vision to 1,000,000 eyes. Arcs hissed, lamps bloomed, and music played under a conjured dawn. The crowd learned a new word, alternating, and electricity began to feel like civilization instead of fear. The Adams power station awakened. High-voltage AC sprinted to Buffalo. Designs once traced in dust now married water to steel and sent light miles away. Factories clustered by substations. The modern grid found its backbone, and none could deny it.
In his New York lab, coils sang. Lamps glowed without wires. Violet coronas crawled his fingertips. Guests came. Samuel Langhorne Clemens grinned atop a vibrating platform, pain easing for a moment. The papers said wizard. He said engineer, and turned the dial higher. Before dawn in 1895, fire swallowed his instruments. Metal sagged, notebooks turned to lace, experiments to smoke. On the street, he watched, hat in hand, and whispered that he would rebuild. Loss cleared the table. Audacity took the chair. In Colorado Springs, he built a barn that made weather. Coils taller than men cracked white branches into night. He tuned earth and sky as if they were strings, listening for the planet's heartbeat, while neighbors swore he was stealing their light.
On Long Island sand, Wardenclyffe rose, Redwood Tower over a brick lab. John Pierpont Morgan bankrolled a global wireless web, messages, markets, music in the air. Tesla added a bolder claim, power transmitted worldwide. Spreadsheets flinched, faith thinned. Guglielmo Marconi's transatlantic tick seized headlines, built with pieces Tesla had pioneered. Investors tightened. Morgan, unimpressed by marvels without profit, shut the purse. Work slowed. The tower stood like a question mark etched against the coastal sky. Patents lapsed, creditors crowded. In 1917, the tower fell, steel ribs collapsing into fog like a giant exhaling. He fed pigeons in city parks and drafted elegant engines nobody ordered. The dream of lighting the planet flickered to a stubborn ember.
Remote control before navies believed it. A bladeless turbine. Thoughts foreshadowing radar, robotics, even smartphones. He gave interviews predicting a wireless, data-rich world. Some smiled. Quietly, the century adjusted its course. In 1943, alone in a New York hotel, he died nearly penniless, notebooks guarded. Months later, courts affirmed key radio patents in his name. Every lit skyline and humming charger carries a filament of his vow that light and knowledge should travel